This is going to be a very generic lesson on SOH CAH TOA. This is going to cover general information. SOH CAH TOA is used to find the missing parts of a triangle. So SOH CAH TOA is a trigonomic function. I usually go by the hourglass rule, so it keeps my northings and eastings values constant, or the change of northings and easting values constant. So quick review on the hourglass rule. All bearings are jumping off this north-south line. All of my triangles are drawn with my north to south first, then east to west, and then I connected 2 points. My A is my starting point and my end point. Doing this will create a constant rule set, and I'll make sure that your bearing is also the same as your interior angle right here. So the advantage of the hourglass rule is when it comes to SOH CAH TOA. So your changing of northing will always be the adjacent side. Your changing of eastings will always be opposite, and your direct distance will always be your hypotenuse. But the question is, what is an opposite, adjacent, and a hypotenuse? Let's look at this. So this is called a theta. It's another word of saying, like another way of saying it, you're a variable for an angle, or your unknown angle. This is going to be your central focus point in determining opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. Everything is from this theta's perspective. So we can only use SOH CAH TOA with right triangles, which means we have a right angle. Whatever's across from this right angle will be the hypotenuse, the longest side of the triangle. Theta. There's going to be a side of the triangle touching theta that is not the hypotenuse. This is the adjacent side. And finally there is opposite. The opposite side is directly across from theta. It's opening. So SOH CAH TOA, when I was in school they said it was like a Native American phrase to remember. The easier way to remember is some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on acid. So what we need to realize is that all of these are trigonomic functions. They're essentially equations that we can memorize. Sine theta is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Cosine of theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Tangent of theta is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. But what does that mean? So your sine of theta, that is the proportion of your opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Cosine of theta is the proportion or percentage of our adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. While your tangent of theta, that's just sine theta divided by cosine theta. There's going to be more videos following this that gives a deeper dive into sine and cosine, and tangent will have its separate video.